Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be diving into AI-powered scheduling.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, right? I mean, the feeling you're trying to book a meeting or an appointment or whatever, and it just turns into like this huge back and forth email chain.
Oh, yes.
Like, what time works for you? Oh, no, this time doesn't work for me.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
It's such a time suck. And honestly, it's 2025. There has to be a better way.
Oh, absolutely. And, it's not just even like eliminating all those emails.
Right.
Think about the mental energy we spend just like juggling everyone's calendars, time zones. It all adds up.
It really does. So today we're looking at a tool that says it can solve all of that. CalendarPal AI.
Interesting.
And they're saying that it's going to revolutionize how we book anything.
Wow.
From online meetings to client appointments to even calls.
Okay.
Using the power of AI.
Using AI to schedule.
Yeah, get this. They offer a one-time fee instead of those monthly subscriptions.
Ooh, now that's interesting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Nobody likes those.
No, not at all. That is a bold move in a market that's, just dominated by subscription services.
Totally. And plus, we've got some special bonuses for you guys if you check out the link in the description.
Oh, nice. So with this one-time fee model, it'll be interesting to see how they navigate that.
Yeah.
But I guess first, let's break down what this tool even does.
Let's get into nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
So CalendarPal AI says that it can handle any kind of scheduling scenario you throw at it. Online meetings.
Okay.
Appointments, even calls.
All right.
And they say they have all these really cool features.
Like what?
Customizable booking pages with your branding.
Mm-hmm.
AI that qualifies your leads so you're not wasting time.
Really?
And direct integration with stuff you probably already use like Google Calendar and Google Meet.
Wow.
They even let you accept payments directly through the platform.
That's convenient.
Right. I'm getting excited just talking about this.
A lot of those features are already available in other scheduling apps. But it sounds like what sets CalendarPal AI apart is like how they've integrated AI into the core functionality.
I think so.
That sounds like that could be the potential game changer here.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Let's zoom in on that AI lead qualification.
Okay.
So imagine this. You're a consultant.
Right. I'm a consultant.
Instead of wasting all this time on calls with people that aren't even the right fit,
Right.
CalendarPal AI's AI will analyze the responses to your pre-screening questions.
Interesting.
And then it'll prioritize the most promising leads for you.
Wow.
Talk about a productivity boost.
Yeah, that does sound really promising.
Right.
It's a great example of how AI can be used for those repetitive, time-consuming tasks.
Yeah, but how effective is it really in practice?
Good question.
That's what we need to really dig into.
Exactly.
We got to keep it real, folks.
Yeah.
No tool is perfect.
Yeah.
And while AI is amazing, we need to be realistic about its capabilities.
Of course. But, even if the AI isn't 100% perfect, what about those other features, like the custom branding?
Oh, yeah. CalendarPal AI lets you personalize the booking pages with your logos, colors, you name it.
So, first impressions really matter.
Totally. You want your scheduling to be on brand.
Absolute. Brand consistency is key, especially in today's digital world, Having a tool that allows you to control that across every touch point, even something as simple as scheduling, can make a huge difference.
I agree. And we can't forget about the payment integration. Imagine how easy it would be.
Yeah, if you're a coach or a consultant.
A service provider, you name it. You could just accept payments directly through CalendarPal AI.
Streamline the whole thing.
No more juggling separate payment gateways.
Which, let's be honest, can be a pain.
Such a pain. So much easier this way.
It definitely streamlines things.
It really does.
And it could be a game changer for those businesses that really rely on those online appointments.
I bet you're thinking,
what?
This all sounds too good to be true. And you might be right. So let's take a closer look at maybe some of the potential drawbacks.
Okay.
Don't forget, you guys, you can check out CalendarPal AI yourself using the link in the description.
Yeah.
We've got some exclusive bonuses just for our listeners.
Awesome.
Stay tuned for more as we unpack this AI-powered scheduling solution.
I'm excited.
I am too. Okay, so we've talked about all the cool features, bells and whistles. Yeah. But let's get down to the real important thing.
Yeah.
That one-time fee.
Okay.
It sounds amazing. Who wouldn't want to ditch monthly subscriptions?
Right.
But how does that even work long term?
Yeah.
Can they really offer all these features and support without a recurring revenue stream?
It's a really good question and definitely something to consider.
Yeah.
I mean, the software world is like built on subscriptions for a reason.
Right.
Development updates, security, all of that costs money. So while a one-time fee is super appealing up front,
Oh, for sure.
we need to understand how they plan to sustain themselves. Could it lead to like limited features down the road?
Yeah.
Or maybe them pushing like premium add-ons? It's something to think about.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want to get tricked by a good deal and then find out later there are all these hidden costs.
Exactly.
And speaking of things that might sound too good to be true, let's talk about the AI itself.
Okay.
I'm all for automating things, but how much can we really rely on AI to handle scheduling?
Yeah, you're right. It's a nuanced thing.
Yeah.
We can't just assume that the AI is going to be perfect,
Right.
especially right out the gate. I mean, remember, AI is still a developing technology.
It really is.
It relies on data and algorithms.
So you're saying there's a chance of biases?
Potentially, or inaccuracy.
Or what if there's some situation that the AI just doesn't know how to handle?
Exactly, like unexpected situation.
Okay, so it's more like the AI is a really powerful assistant,
Right.
not a replacement for us.
Yeah, you still got to be involved.
We still need to like oversee it.
Especially in those early stages.
Think of it like a partnership.
I like that.
The AI does the heavy lifting,
Yeah,
so we can focus on the things that really need a human touch,
makes sense.
but we need to be aware of its limitations.
Right.
And use it strategically.
I agree.
Okay, so we've talked about like the possible downsides.
Yeah.
But even with those, the benefits of CalendarPal AI are still pretty exciting.
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine how much time and hassle we could save.
I know, right? Like just not having to deal with all that back and forth.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the user experience.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
I mean, what good is a tool if it's a nightmare to use?
Right. Like who wants to spend hours figuring something out?
CalendarPal AI says they have a user-friendly interface and dashboard,
Okay.
but we'll have to see how that actually is in real life.
Hopefully it's easy to navigate.
It should be. If it is, it could be a game changer for so many people.
Yeah. I mean, think about all the different types of professionals that could use this.
Cool.
Coaches, consultants, service providers, even small business owners.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone who relies on scheduling could streamline their whole process.
I'm picturing myself using it to schedule everything.
Uh-huh. Really? Everything.
Yeah, like client meetings, podcast recordings,
Okay.
maybe even my social life.
Oh, why not? If it can handle those complex business meetings, a dinner date with friends should be no problem.
Exactly. But really, the possibilities seem endless.
It'll be really interesting to see how people adapt this kind of AI.
And how they integrate it.
Yeah.
And, hey, don't forget, you can explore CalendarPal AI for yourself.
Oh, right.
Using the link in the description.
Yeah, go check it out.
We've got some exclusive bonuses for you down there.
Deal.
Now, let's talk about how CalendarPal AI compares to the competition. I mean, there are a ton of scheduling apps already out there.
Yeah, there are a lot.
So what makes this one stand out?
That's a great question. On the surface, a lot of the features seem similar
Yeah, I was thinking that.
to what we already see in like Calendly or Acuity scheduling.
Right.
But the key difference, I think, is the AI integration.
The depth of it.
Exactly. It's not just automating that basic booking process.
Yeah.
It's about using AI to make the entire scheduling experience smarter and more efficient.
So it's like next level.
Exactly.
It's taking those features we already know and making them even better with AI.
Like, for example, the lead qualification feature.
Yeah.
Other apps might have basic pre-screening questions,
Right?
but CalendarPal AI says it actually uses AI to analyze those responses
Oh, wow.
and qualify leads based on your specific criteria.
That is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a level of sophistication we haven't really seen before.
It's like having a virtual assistant pre-vetting your potential clients.
I like that analogy.
Huge for busy professionals.
Absolutely. And it's not just about saving time.
Right.
It's making sure you connect with the right people.
So the AI is helping you identify those leads that are most likely to become paying clients.
Exactly. And that's what it's all about, right?
That's the goal.
Yeah, it's about maximizing your time and resources.
And that's where the AI really shines.
It does.
It's like having a personal assistant who never sleeps.
I mean, it is a compelling proposition.
It is.
And it's definitely making a splash in the tech world.
Yeah, I've seen people talking about it.
But like with any new technology, we need to have a little bit of skepticism.
Of course, we can't get ahead of ourselves.
Exactly.
So let's dig a little deeper into the potential drawbacks and challenges.
Okay.
What are some red flags or concerns?
Well, one of the biggest challenges for anything AI-powered is accuracy and fairness.
Right.
AI algorithms are trained on data,
Yeah.
and if that data is biased or incomplete, it can lead to inaccurate results.
Or even discriminatory outcomes.
It's really important that CalendarPal AI has taken steps to make sure their AI is fair and unbiased.
That's a great point. We don't want a tool that's perpetuating biases.
Exactly.
So how can we even know if their AI is truly fair and unbiased?
That's where things get a little tricky.
Yeah.
AI algorithms can be so complex,
right,
and it can be hard to figure out how they work.
So we're going to need some transparency.
Definitely CalendarPal AI needs to be open about how they developed it.
Yeah.
And how the AI works.
And they should be open to, like, audits and reviews.
Absolutely. That will help make sure that their AI is actually ethical.
It sounds like a lot of pressure on them to get this right.
They're asking us to trust them with a lot.
Yeah, our schedules, our clients, our businesses.
So they really need to earn that trust.
By being transparent.
And accountable.
And being proactive about any concerns or biases.
They can't just assume it's perfect. They need to monitor it and evaluate its performance.
And make changes if they need to.
Exactly. It's ongoing work.
It sounds like a lot, but it's super important if they want people to use it.
People need to feel confident that the AI is actually helping them.
Not hurting them.
That confidence comes from transparency, accountability, and a commitment to ethical AI.
Very well said.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about data privacy.
Okay.
I mean, CalendarPal is collecting a lot of information about our schedules.
It is.
Clients, even payment details. So how can we be sure that our data is safe?
That's a huge question, and it's something every user should ask.
Before using any tool like this.
Yeah, CalendarPal AI needs to have really strong security to protect user data.
So like encryption, secure servers, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly, and they have to be clear about their data collection policies.
Yeah, people should know what data is being collected, how it's used, how long it's stored.
Absolutely. It's about giving users control over their own data.
And knowing that their information is being handled responsibly.
And ethically.
Right, and it's not just about hackers.
It's also making sure the data isn't used for anything other than what we agreed to.
So it's about respecting user privacy and building trust.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked the potential benefits of CalendarPal AI.
Yeah.
The AI integration, challenges with sustainability, accuracy, fairness, and data privacy.
We covered a lot.
It's a lot to think about.
It's good to have these conversations.
Before we just jump into a new technology?
Absolutely. And remember, if you're interested in checking out CalendarPal AI for yourself,
yes,
you can find the link and some bonuses in the description below.
Don't miss out on those bonuses, guys.
They're good ones.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to talk about one last thing.
What's that?
The human element.
Okay.
As AI takes over more tasks, there's a worry we're losing that personal touch.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's definitely something to be mindful of.
Yeah.
I mean, AI can make our lives easier.
For sure.
But it can't replace human connection.
So we need to make sure we're still nurturing those relationships.
Yes, even as we use all this tech.
Finding that balance.
Using AI to make things easier, but still making time for the human interactions.
The things that matter.
Exactly. AI should help us, not replace us.
I love that. I think that's a great point to end on.
Yeah?
We've explored all these possibilities with CalendarPal AI.
A lot of potential.
But we've also talked about how important it is to think critically.
And remember those ethical considerations.
And never lose sight of the value of human connection.
It's a balancing act.
It is.
But a worthy one.
Totally. And if you want to explore CalendarPal AI,
yes,
you know where to go. The link's in the description.
Check it out.
We've got those exclusive bonuses down there.
Sweet.
Now let's shift gears and talk about how this tool stacks up against the competition.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right, so welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah.
We've spent this episode exploring AI-powered scheduling with CalendarPal AI.
Lots to unpack.
We've looked at how it can make our lives easier and, maybe even revolutionize how we work.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a really interesting discussion.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the biggest takeaway for our listeners?
That's a good question.
What do we want them to remember about CalendarPal AI?
I think the key thing to remember is, like any tool, it's only as good as the person using it.
True.
I mean, it has some really impressive features.
For sure.
And the potential is huge to save us time and headaches. But we can't just expect the AI to do everything perfectly.
We need to use it strategically.
Exactly. Like, be aware of its limitations.
Think about those ethical things we talked about.
Right. Like, don't just hand over all control.
It's powerful, but we've got to be responsible.
Absolutely. And that brings us back to something you mentioned.
What's that?
The human element.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how advanced AI gets, it can't replace human connection.
I agree. We can't forget that.
We need to make sure we're still building those relationships and connections.
Exactly, even while we're embracing all this new technology.
It's about balance, right?
It is. AI can help us streamline all the boring stuff.
So we have more time and energy for those human interactions.
The stuff that actually matters.
Exactly.
That's a great way to put it. AI should enhance us, not replace us.
I love that.
Me too.
I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I think so too.
AI can totally change how we work and live,
Yeah.
but it's up to us to make sure it's a good change.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So to everyone listening who's interested in checking out CalendarPal AI,
Yeah.
the link is in the description.
We've got those exclusive bonuses down there.
You don't want to miss them.
And for everyone else,
Yes.
we hope this deep dive gave you something to think about.
It's a crazy world out there with all this new AI popping up.
It really is.
It's up to us to stay informed, ask the right questions.
Yeah, make sure tech makes our lives better.
Not more complicated.
Awesome. Well said.
Thank you.
I think that about wraps it up for this episode of The Deep Dive.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Yes. For more deep dives into the latest and greatest tech,
Until next time.
stay curious and keep exploring.